Staying in Lagos State, the Federal Housing Authority is opening up a new city in Festac Town with hopes that this new city will attract investors from the diaspora and create job opportunities for hundreds of Nigerians. Senior correspondent Sarah Ayeko was at some of the part of the new site and reported that reclamation work has begun on the new Festac Town in Amuwo, Odofin local government area of Lagos. We have details in this report.
The Federal Housing Authority is really stepping up to provide housing options to not just the housing population in Nigeria, but the diaspora market. The authority is looking at a new Festac. The journey to the new site is the boat ride. The Federal Housing Authority's intention is to develop new areas, cities and corridors with the hope of making it easier for Nigerians to find decent and affordable places to live. Lagos, being the economic hub of Nigeria, faces a significant housing deficit, and having new estates with the right infrastructure will surely address this deficit.
It's about job creation. It's about bringing dreams to reality. People they would have deployed and employed into this place at this present time will not be less than about 400 to 500. So when the reconstruction starts, you can imagine almost about 5,000, 6,000 people will be employed. So we also want to leave a legacy by saying during our own time, during the time of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, new Festac Town has come to stay.
Interestingly, the about 1,000 hectares of land earmarked for development under this new scheme has a rich history. It was originally part of the vast land acquired by the government for the iconic Festac 77 event in 1976.
And now we brought in a mapping drone, which is a technology you didn't have years back. We've done various levels of geotechnics to know that eventually if this place is completely reclaimed, what kind of structure are you going to have on those places? The road infrastructure that would put here, understanding that this is a waterlogged area, what kind of road infrastructure must be road infrastructure that will stand the test of time.
It's a PPP arrangement that we have with the federal government, seconded by the Federal Housing Authority. The intention is to sandfill for the first phase of the project, leading into infrastructure and then the general management of a housing project. Eventually, down the road, 10, 15 years from now, hopefully.
This was the first stage. On the issue of dredging, we are taking cognizance of the waterway we are trying to expand. So we have designated some special areas for borrow pit. We are also adhering strictly to the international standard, which must not exceed 14 meters.
Houses on this stretch have been earmarked for demolition. One would have thought the red markings on completed buildings would stop what the Federal Housing Authority calls illegal structures from being erected. Some of these buildings are susceptible to collapse due to the soil conditions.
You can see where people are putting the houses on the edge of the water. And you know, this water you're looking at goes straight into the Atlantic Ocean. That's the whole truth. So when the water level is high, there will be heavy dangers, and we can't afford that. And that's why we said they are not meant to have gone into this place. But some innocent people fall victims of Amuwo.
With the reclamation work and the development of new estates with modern infrastructure underway, Festac Town is poised to regain its former glory, attracting investors and creating jobs for hundreds of Nigerians. Sarah Ayeko, TVC News, Lagos.